Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another weekly track roundup where I give my thoughts on a bunch of tracks that have dropped over the past week or so, and I throw them in the D box down below so you can check them out for yourself, whether I loved them or hated them or felt somewhere in between. Per usual, also linked down below is our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it if you use it to pick up some vinyl, some turntable stuff, some whatever. It's your one-stop shop for turntable everything. And again, turntablelab.com. Also, check out the link to our Patreon page where you can get some extra bonus monthly content while supporting us in the process. That would be great too. Let's also not forget the TND Streams page, where you get extra clips from our weekly live streams, New Music Fridays and all that. If there's a beef track reaction, sure, that too. And our Fantano Shorts page, where we put up all that good, nice, awesome short form content. All right, let's move on to the worst tracks of the week. We have a handful of those. Excuse me. Jeez, I apologize. I'm just getting a little sick thinking of this over here, this new Falling in Reverse song. Ronnie, the band's brand is so toxic and just so based around Ronnie's awful personality that they just have to name a song after him, featuring Tech Nine, his verse. It's just kind of rippity rap crap with some weird sex change bar in there that's quite questionable, honestly. And also even more questionable is Alex Terrible of Slaughter to Prevail is on the track. Metalcore bro with a Nazi tattoo on his elbow. Okay, weird. Yeah, it just basically sounds like a Slipknot song, but worse. It's a shit not song. All right. Moving on from there. We have this new one from Post Malone. It's titled I Had Some Help, which is weird because it sounds like he didn't really have much help at all. Writing this very basic generic country song that also features Morgan Wallen. Moving on from there. Hardy. Gin and Juice. The cover was bad enough. We did not need another version that included Dr. Dre. Thank you. All right. And finally, Camila Cabello has come through with another teaser single to her forthcoming LP. And this one featuring Lil Nas X is a little better than the Playboi Carti one, I guess, but it's still super bland and forgettable. I can barely even tell you what it sounds like. Let's move on to the tracks I was more met on. I wasn't crazy about them, but you might enjoy them more than me kicking off this section. We have Speed Dealer Moms, which is this experimental electronic trio that comes out every once in a blue moon that features John Frusciante, Aaron Funk, or Venetian Snares, and Chris McDonald, aka the Allison Project. Well, anyway, they dropped this massive single, including this 9-minute A-side that has some pretty dizzying beats, though I'm not really sure the progression of it really justifies the overall length of the song. Still, though, it's a cool little IDM cut all the same, and certainly worth checking out if that's really your bag. Moving on from there, we have this new one from Parannoul, which is melodic, is shoegazy, but maybe a little too distorted and burnt out to my liking. While I did like the balance between noise and melody and haze on the most recent full-length record, I feel like this goes in a bit of a regressive direction and kind of makes things a bit too harsh, to be honest, though it is very reminiscent vibe-wise of the cover. It's Hot Lava in terms of just how it sounds and how it feels on the ears. It's pretty, but it's hot. The name of the track is Gold River. All right, moving on from there. We have this new one from Orville Peck that I want to shout out. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting with Elton John. I could kind of see it. It's sort of fun. I mean, I appreciate what Orville Peck is doing on this new shorter project. Is it an EP, Stampede Volume 1, that he's recently come out with? Collaborate with a bunch of artists on songs. They've made classic songs they've done and sort of like, punch them up a bit, add your own little pizzazz. Sometimes it works, sometimes not quite so much. I would say in this instance, it's just kind of sort of working in Orville and Elton John's favor. But hey, if you're a big Elton fan, big Orville fan, it's certainly worth checking out. All right, moving on from there, Megan Thee Stallion, new one, Boa, which I just think is okay. I'll say in terms of like content and attitude and delivery in comparison with the two most recent singles, all Snake related, obviously. This one, a little more low impact. It's a bit slicker. It's a bit groovier. It's kind of catchier in some respects, but in terms of content, it's not really saying quite as much. I think Megan came across a lot more compelling on the past two singles, but I get it. In the lead up to the record, you got to just drop a direct, catchy one for sure. All right, moving on from there. Ice Spice has also dropped a new single. This one over here, Give Me a Light. I feel like Ice Spice, even though she's getting really shouty on this new cut over here, she's kind of painting herself in a corner as far as the writing and the songs. The Sean Paul sample on the beat is not really doing much of anything to my ears. The progression and the structure is absolute crap and obviously engineered in such a way to where it's just going to go for replay after replay after replay, because the end kind of goes right into, what you would feel like is maybe another chorus, kind of leads you on a little bit. And she's just like really recycling the diaper poopy fart poopy shit, diaper poopy bars over and over and over. I'm just not really seeing the excitement, the progression, the anything. And again, the flow, she just kind of sounds like she's yelling for something, like she's just trying to get someone's attention. It's just not really working. Where's the confidence? Where's the charm? Where's the pizzazz? Where's the tongue in cheek, wit, the anything? This one's just kind of, it's whatever. All right. Moving on from there. New from beabadoobee, which is just okay. Take a Bite. It's got some nice 90s pastiche, no more, no less. I think she's written stronger songs, though the vibes are certainly there. And let's move on to the best tracks of the week. We have a handful of those. Those are as follows. Bam, One Thou, second taste of their upcoming album, Umbilical. This new one over here is loud. It is blaring. Scorched Earth is the vibe, the riffs, the vocals, the everything. It is so overpowering. Unbidden Guest is the name of the track. Moving on from there, because that is killer. We also have a track from this new expanded edition of the latest Fortet album 3. We have some additional tracks on the back end of the record, which is totally cool. Mango Feedback is the name of the song, and it's got some dizzying little arpeggios that are quite cute all over the instrumental, some driving dance beats. It's got a nice solid vibe to it. Good grooves too. All right, moving on from there. Shout out to Snow Strippers, who have a brand new EP out. Draw a Heart is one of the many fuzzy, scuzzy, totally tripped out lo-fi house tracks on there that are totally worth your time. Give it a shot. Moving on from there, Remi Wolf has 2 new tracks out as well that I'm really enjoying, especially the first of the 2 that's really kind of more of a banger. It's titled Toro. Great vocals, great beat, strong chorus on that track as well. And if you know Remi Wolf, anything about Remi Wolf, you're in for you're in for some vocal magic as well. All right, moving on from there. We also have a new one from Dev Lemons, who production-wise is teaming up with none other than Quedeca on this very forlorn, very fuzzy, very textured new track, which is quite emotional. Why did I laugh anyway? Very different direction for Dev Lemons, but understandable given that it is Lord Quad on the beat. All right, moving on from there. Charli XCX has come through with yet another taste of the forthcoming album. Brat 360 is the name of the cut. It's the most low-key of all the singles, but it's still very jumpy, very fun, very sweet. A bit of a cool-down moment for the dance party, I will say that much. Julia. Also enjoying this new track from a band I've been turned on to recently. Bleached Cross, Grief's Eternal Wound is the name of this track. If you're looking for some nice, if you're looking for some nice classic goth rock vibes, but bring in some blast beats, bring in some new sounds and elements, just kind of break it up a little bit, make it new, make it fresh, make it different. You're going to want to check this one out. It's quite dark, and it's quite eye-opening as well in terms of like the goth rock possibilities. And moving on from there, last one, another taste of the upcoming Arooj Aftab record. Whiskey is the title of this one. The last track was like this interesting blend between Southeast Asian music and jazz and into instrumental music, ambient music as well. But this track over here is more of a chamber folk love tune that also has very lovely instrumental passages throughout it as well. It's very enchanting. The lyrics are quite lovely too. And yeah, highly recommend that at the very end of the list right here. That is going to be it for the weekly track roundup. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. You guys are the best. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Hopefully you are doing well, and more reviews and everything very soon. Cool? Cool. Anthony Fantano, weekly tracks forever.